Hi friends, thanks so much for the support on my last video. I really was not expecting that little poem I wrote about shame to touch so many of you, and I really appreciate all of the kind words. I hope that we can keep doing this together. I was thinking about self-trust because I quit my job about 6 or 7 months ago, and I've been working on really making my art my full-time thing. It's required a lot of self-trust. I'm 23, so it's just a time of life where I'm really figuring out what it means to trust myself. I think the biggest thing that self-trust has given me is the freedom to protect myself and love myself and create a life for myself outside of what others might expect or what other people's woundings are. Self-trust has allowed me to create a life for myself where I feel supported and happy and loved and connected. I feel like self-trust is a process. I don't feel like I trust myself every single day. I don't feel like I trust myself every single hour, but there's always these moments that come through, maybe once a week, once a month, that remind me that I am doing the right thing and that trusting myself is always the right way to go, trusting my intuition, trusting what feels good. A fun exercise that I like to do that has to do with self-trust is, just being at the grocery store and picking what just feels good, what makes me feel happy. A fun exercise is, try going through an entire day and just making your choices based off of what excites you. If you feel like just having creamer with no coffee, go ahead. Just kind of exploring what freedom comes with trusting yourself. That all being said, some life updates. This weekend, I'm going to the desert. I'll be taking lots of footage. I'm going to be going to the desert to film a music video for my upcoming album. I'm creating like a whole movie of music videos, basically, where every single song, when played in order in video format, is going to create this like short film. So I'm really excited about that. It's going to be really fun. I'm going to be driving to Joshua Tree, which is about an 8-hour drive from where I live, so it's going to be a little bit of a road trip, but it'll be fun. Other than that, things are going pretty well, but I really wanted to get this video out here for you guys because this is a topic that I'm really passionate about. If you have any topics that you would like me to touch on, that you would like me to write about, I would love for you to drop them in the comments so I can explore those themes with you guys. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy! Do you remember what it was like to take your first steps? Each of us, born innocent, had to trust in our bodies to survive. Before we ever knew what fear was, we knew the biological language of our intuition. In a sense, each of us knew how to listen and trust ourselves, to breathe, to cry, to latch. From birth, our bodies gave us all the knowledge we needed to live. And though I don't remember my first breath or my first step, I do know that all of it was without hesitation or shame. My body guided me through, and life followed. Nobody ever told me that trusting myself was necessary for life. That's something I had to figure out for myself. Life is a creative act. It's a reality that you harness through decisions you make. In this way, self-trust is like your paintbrush, and your life is a canvas. Sometimes it is easier to paint by numbers, and many people go on their whole lives this way, creating something palatable and pleasant, but never truly theirs. So really, the question is, what kind of painter are you? Do you want to perfect every detail, or do you want to just follow your brush wherever it goes? Do you have concrete goals you're setting out to fulfill, or would you just like to receive the gifts awaiting in a spontaneous unknown? The truth is that as long as you are trusting yourself, you must be prepared for both. You must have faith in that voice that insists you create. You must believe that your creation will reward you in the end. There is always an option to deny yourself, to convince yourself that painting by numbers will return a more beautiful result. But you will see the violent jetting sprigs of floral structures and the gruesome twisting of autumn tree limbs, and a wind will blow through you, reminding you that you, too, have a natural necessity to create, to offer forth something of your own body and mind, and you will realize, with your canvas half blank, that you want to start over. You want to live. All of life is a creation. Self-trust is what you must have in order to create. It promises that the end will be beautiful even if the present is uncomfortable or unknown. If you are lost, pay attention. Listen to your body and the world around, and wait until you are inspired to create. Self-trust is not to be feared. It is what has kept you breathing, moving, and being since you were born. It is innately within you. All you have to do is decide what you want to paint today. You'll find the colors you like to work with, your values, your desires, and yes, they'll change. Self-trust is the joyful freedom we give to ourselves as we create. Self-trust is physical. It is an active process between the living and life itself. Let fear remind you of your own power to change as you build the beauty of the rest of your life.